Welcome to Inside Gator Nation post-game recap. We're going to check out the highlights of the Florida-Kentucky game. UK was missing 16 or 17 players due to COVID. They started the game very well. Hats off to them for just playing the game in general. They could have easily opted not to play this game. One of two sacks. It's the second sack right here that took Kentucky out of field goal range. And the defense really clamped down that drive to prevent any points. Sorry for the little buffering right there. Pitt's first game back from injury. Trask does a great job of reading the coverage. Delivers a strike to Pitts for a long touchdown. He outran the DB right there. That's incredible. He's got amazing speed for a tight end. He's going to be a first-round draft pick, probably early first round. Right here is a Justin Shorter fumble, which sets up a Kentucky score, their first score of the afternoon. Shorter didn't see too much PT after that fumble, and for good reason. We have a ton of receivers. He got back into the action later in the game when it was garbage time. Hopefully he will learn from that and not make that mistake. He's got to secure the ball better. Offensively, we were not sharp the first half at all. We had dropped passes, numerous penalties. Right here you see a tremendous touchdown grab on what was pretty good coverage defensively for the Gators. And overall, as you'll see, I'm very pleased with the effort of the defense that they gave today. Big improvements. Huge improvements in the run, defending the run game in the first quarter and the second half. Second quarter was a little iffy, but it's definitely a step in the right direction. Florida had a pretty solid game today defensively, and I was using this as a measuring stick. Kentucky played Alabama last week and only scored 3 points. So I kind of wanted to see where Florida's D was compared to Alabama's, because that's going to determine whether or not we can compete with Alabama in the SEC title game. If we score anywhere from, or if Kentucky only scores from 0 to 10 points, I said in my the preview video that we can compete with Alabama, but we needed to see those strides made on the defensive side of the ball to get there. And right here, right after this series right here, they are forced to kick a field goal. And for whatever the reason, Todd Grantham and Dan Mullen were feuding on the sideline, just yelling at each other. It was mostly Mullen doing the yelling, but something happened there that was interesting to see. Dante Lang played a lot and played early in this ball game for the Gators. He's a veteran guy that hasn't really seen too much playing time, but it was good to see him out there. He must be doing something right. Nice first down throw to Kadarius Toney. Right here, it's a double pass, a swing out to Toney. The deep route was not there. It's a great job of the former high school quarterback, to buy himself some time and find the short route for a gain. And then you see the face mask penalty here. It's a good play by Kentucky, but they blew it by grabbing that face mask. Kentucky started the game pretty aggressive. They went for it on their first fourth down conversion. They ended up being 2 out of 3 on fourth down. Florida was 1 for 1. They had a great game plan. Kentucky did coming in here. They controlled the time of possession. That was the story of the first half. That's why Florida wasn't able to put up too many points. We had a couple bad drives, like I said. The penalties killed us and a couple dropped balls. But it wasn't necessarily Florida's offense stinking it up. It was the fact that Kentucky held the ball for the majority of the first half. As you see there, they held Pitts down. He wasn't going to let him get up there and make that catch. He's rocking the baby to sleep right there. He's got such great hands for a tight end. I just love Kyle Pitts so much. I'm going to miss having that threat next season. Look at this right here. Trask does this very often. He throws the ball to spots you necessarily wouldn't want to throw it, but he has so much trust in his wide receivers to just go up and make a play. He puts it in a good position for them to do so. And instead of it being a 50-50 ball, even though that's double coverage, it's more like a 70-30 ball. Our guys are athletic. We go up. He puts it on the outside shoulder, lets him go up and make a play. McPherson nails the field goal there. He does have a rare missed field goal attempt in this game. McPherson's a great kicker. You can't hit them all, but he had a miss today. Here's another TD pass to Pitts. Kyle Pitts caught 5 balls today for 99 yards and 3 touchdowns. Jacob Copeland, who you just seen get up and grab that jump ball, he caught one. That was his lone catch for 42 yards. Florida had a couple turnovers today. A little bit sloppy on the offensive side of the ball. It wasn't a huge productive day, but we did enough. This was a great fourth down stop. 4th and 3, that was their lone missed conversion on 4th down. The defense just played with more energy today than we have all season long. And this is Pierce's longest run of the day. We tried to establish that run game on 3rd and short several times. It just wasn't working out. There's McPherson's, or was that McPherson's miss? I couldn't see. Intercepted by Sean Davis. What a great read. He had the deep end covered. He was the safety help. He noticed it was an overthrown ball and just simply ran it down for the interception. Florida had 3 interceptions today. It's by far the secondary's best game of the year. That's such a good sign that Florida is getting things fixed. Like I said, we're going to need that to have a stand a chance against Alabama. Lots of negative plays in the second half for that Florida defense. Absolutely their best performance. And Florida's first kick return for a touchdown on a trick play. I say it was a trick play because we set up the return with 2 guys deep to field the ball. We called all 3 of our timeouts just to get the ball back, to try to punch one in before the half ended, because we were down 10-7, I believe it was, and we had to get some points going into the locker room. We weren't going to go in with a deficit. That's just, Dan Mullen was determined to get some points. Anyways, we had 2 guys back to return deep. On the other side, it was Henderson who called a fair catch, put his hands up for the fair catch, fooled almost the entire Kentucky kickoff team. Everybody kind of went that way to cover Henderson. Meanwhile, Tony caught the ball on the right side of the field and ran in pretty easily for the touchdown. It's great to see that as a Gator because we haven't had any punt or kick returns for a very long time, going back before this season. And overall, just special teams in general, other than the punting game, has been kind of suspect. So that was a really exciting play, and it's something great to see for Gator fans. I would have loved to see us punch one in at the end of the game there. We were in range. However, with Emory Jones playing most of the fourth quarter, Kyle Trask was kind of limited. He didn't reach those Heisman-type numbers. They were not bad, however. 21 of 27 for 256 yards, 3 touchdowns, and no interceptions. That's his lowest output in terms of yardage. But on the bright side, that should up his passer rating and completion percentage, with only having 6 incomplete passes the entire game. So that should move up. Hopefully this doesn't hurt Trask too bad on the Heisman front. I mean, you see Justin Fields throwing 3 picks last week and manages to still be in the top 3. So I don't assume it would hurt Trask too badly, but I think that's Mullen proving a point, and Kyle Trask for that matter. Kyle Trask is a team-first guy. He doesn't care about the Heisman. I'm sure deep down he does, but he just wants to win football games, and that's exactly what Florida did today. So it was a great win for Florida. In terms of rushing, Florida, there was no Kentucky players with over 60 yards of rushing. Third down efficiency, Kentucky was only 2 of 13 on third down. Absolutely great on the defensive side of the ball. So in a way, it might sound weird me saying this, but I'm glad it was our offense today with the off day, because another bad day from this defense and this fan base would just be irate. Offensively, you're going to have a bad day here and there. That's just how it is. You're not going to be perfect. They are human after all. I'm just so grateful that this defense stepped up. It gives me a lot of hope when it comes down to the SEC title game. Let's take a look at some stats. We had some things to clean up. We did lose 2 fumbles. Like I said, there was quite a bit of penalties. However, we held Terry Wilson to way below his average, almost 100 yards below Kentucky's passing average. 10 of 18 for 62 yards, 1 TD, and he threw 2 picks. So overall, just an absolute great win for Florida. I'm excited. You should be too. Come check back with me next week for next week's preview. Hit that subscribe button down below along with the bell icon so you get a notification every time a video comes out. We'll see you next week. Go Gators.